y'all. Hey, welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. Come on in, y'all. Happy Monday. It's Monday, right? My name is Amy from A to Z Designs. I want to welcome you in. We're going to craft. We're going to make something really cute. I hope I inspire you to recreate this or something similar. So whenever you get here, say hello. Hit the heart button for me and make sure that you sprinkle this video. Comment the word Anthem, A-N-T-H-E-M, down below, and that will basically tell my page to send you a message with all of the details on what we're doing today, y'all. So let's get started. Down below, you're going to see what we call a pinned comment. It's like a stuck comment. That is basically telling you what to do. So comment the word Anthem, and right below that, you're going to see a link to join our broadcast channel. Make sure that you join that. It's free to join. I can send you messages with live notifications, all the things. Let's get started. So we're going to start with 12 by 18 shiplap surface. Okay. This right here, as I mentioned, 12 by 18, and it does have holes. Okay, so we're going to hang it. This is 25% off on Etsy right now. No code needed. So comment the word Anthem. I have the link to purchase this and the transfer we're going to use. I'm just going to pour a bunch of paint on here. I don't know. That's probably way too much. But we can always put some right back into our bottle of paint. This does have shiplap lines that we will clean out when we get to that point. But for right now, I am just going to get this coated and get it painted. Coated and painted, same thing, right? All right. How's y'all's Monday? I hope it's fantastic. Hope the weather is beautiful where you are. I'm just using a foam brush. And as you can see, I'm just sliding that excess back into the jar so that I don't waste it. Because I got a little too much. I like to pour things on my projects. I know, Zach, right? But I like a cutout with all this paint. Yes, sir. I got a lot, right? It's okay. I actually prefer pouring it on there because I feel like, I don't even know how I feel about it. I feel like it gives me the amount that I need to get it covered in one go. And then I can just take away, I don't know, we may have to apply a second coat. I can't say that. We may have to do a second coat. I find it faster, I guess, to get it on the board to start. Okay, just go with me, y'all. Just go with me. We're going to use 3 colors. Well, this white will be the 4th color for our project, but we are going to use cherry, colonial blue, and black velvet today for this project. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Coming on early, y'all. My best friend and her kids are coming over for dinner. And want to be able to hang out with them. All right, now I'm just going over and making sure that I have even strokes. Okay, then we're going to dry it. Hello, Dawn. 12 by 18, Maureen. This is on Etsy. It is our rectangle shiplap, 12 by 18 sign. It has holes. And right now it's 25% off until midnight. I think when I looked, it's like $13 or something with the discount. Hey, Ruth. So let's get this dry. We have to have this dry before we can do the next step. And we need to know if we are going to need to apply a second coat. Probably not. I say we probably won't need to apply a second coat because we're going to put this on it, which is our National Anthem transfer, and majority of it's going to be covered. And then check out the ribbon I got. Hello, Lisa Hoxie. Look at this. Look how cute. Isn't that cute? So let's get this dry. And y'all tell me about your day. We do have a brand new cutout of the week. We have one that drops every single Monday. This is the one for this week. When you comment Anthem, this will be kind of middle to the end of the message that we send you. It's only $12 and that includes shipping. Okay? Thanks for the stars, Ruth. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing because I'm drying everything but the board. Pay attention. Hello, Wanda. Thanks for sprinkling. If you have placed an order on Etsy and we have not shipped it and you want to purchase this, we will combine your orders and refund you the shipping overage unless you have that Etsy Insider shipping cost that you don't even pay for outside of a monthly fee. Oh, good, Dawn. It was beautiful. That's a great surface for that transfer, don't you think? All right, I see some shiny spots. Jeannie did some gardening. It's gorgeous here, isn't it, Jeannie? I got a lot done myself. A lot. I was very productive today. Gotta stay part of the course, right? So that I don't wait till the last minute to do everything. I mean, typically I'm not like that, but sometimes I get lost in like the technology world of things for our business. And I'm like, nope, stop what you're doing. Get up and go do something. Hello, Holly. We are going to need surface wax. Got my little bag here. I got my truck and little ducks. Good, Wanda. These are going to be fun to craft. I got my windmills today. Awesome. Denise, do something that brings you joy. And if it's crafting, get up and do it. I promise you, you'll feel better. That's what I tell myself all the time. If I'm in like a funk, I'll just be like, do something right now that is going to bring you joy. And a lot of times it's painting. Like I painted last night till about 10 o'clock. Got up this morning, I painted some more. Lamont, I don't know. That may be an option on the website. I'm not sure. Awesome, Melinda. The 10 Commandments, yes. Linda's finishing up her laundry. Y'all, Jackson last night, he has laundry duty on Sundays, and he had 2.5 loads of laundry. Like, dude. Come on. And he slow boat to China about doing it. Drives me nuts. Wish you wanted to know. Alright, we gotta get this dry, y'all. I know it's like totally boring, but we have to do this. Tonight for dinner, we are having steak and crab legs. It's going to be awesome. Alright, I have updated the Etsy listing to say holes or no holes, Miss Lalon. Holly says it's laundry day. Yes, 2 people do. Yes. Hey, Minnie Mingo. Yeah, I'm constantly doing laundry. Never, Holly, ever. Are they good about putting clean laundry away? Well, our new rule now is because they have their own hamper. Mind you, prior to that, we had one of those like separators in the laundry room that had like this table that folded up. So like if I folded the laundry, I would just lay it on the table in piles. But now that they have their own laundry basket, they are responsible for bringing it into the laundry room, putting it into the washer, putting it into the dryer, removing it, and putting it away. Not to me no more. Hey, Sharon. There you go, Jeannie. See? Cleaning rates right up there. Sue's therapy, yes. It's okay. It is that easy, girl. Now you can get no holes. Yes, you're right. I sometimes feel the need to clean up my craft room and decide just to get a craft started. Yes. Dishes done, laundry done. Awesome. Hello, Karen. Yeah, so this surface now has an option for no holes. Sorry, Zach. I didn't think it'd be a big deal. But it is 25% off on Etsy, and it fits all of our size C transfers, which is 12 by 18. Or you can get it blank. I mean, obviously you're going to get it blank, but you can put whatever you want on it. All right, I'm just making sure I'm 100% dry, because when I go to put this surface wax down, I do not want any of this to smear. More importantly, when I put my transfer. Okay? Anita, I got a long enough. Yeah, send me a message, Anita. I'll forget on here. You have to initiate the message to me. Jean does blow dryers for her big surfaces. Yes. All right, I think we're good. So now what I'm going to do, because I see paint on the sides, I'm going to just go ahead and wipe it up. I know, Holly, like I was tired of the laundry room being just filled with their clothes, and half the time it never made the little laundry separator I had. And I was just, I don't know, like they need to do it. So Dylan has Saturdays unless we're busy, and then Jackson has Sundays. So like this weekend we have a tournament Saturday and Sunday. So, but they're off school Friday, so maybe they'll just do their laundry on Friday and they'll split the day. See, I'm already thinking. Hello, Nancy. Thank you. Yes, they're responsible for that. Own laundry. I should make Zach do his own laundry too. What do y'all think of that? That's an excellent idea. All right, let's do this. What is my best organization tip? Honestly, like I worked on a little bit of organization yesterday myself. And if it doesn't bring you joy and you haven't used it in 6 months, I recommend you just get rid of it. That's just the truth. Yes, Teresa, I responded to both this morning. Did you get those? All right, let's do this. We're going to remove this thingy-mabob. Okay, and I'm going to take a sanding block to this. I'm going to do 220. Just to smooth it out a little bit, because we are going to put a transfer on it. Your husband does his own laundry. Oh. Yeah, I mean, honestly, guys, I don't mind doing the laundry. I really don't. At all. I just want the boys to do their own. I'll do Zach and I's laundry, no problem. Okay, I think we're good. Now what I'm going to do is take a straight pin and clean out the lines. I think we're okay, but just to give them a little bit more definition. Okay. Ta-da! All right, there we go. Next step, which honestly you're not going to see a whole lot of the shiplap anyways. In the last year, my husband is doing his own laundry, working out great. Much less laundry for me. It's only he and I, as we have been empty nesters for almost 20 years. Yes. Your least hated domestic chore? Like I said, I really don't mind it. I don't mind folding laundry either. I know, call me crazy. Like I know people, and hey, it's a totally judge-free zone, okay? But people will tell me all the time that they like despise folding laundry and just leave their clothes in the basket and like live out of laundry baskets. Hey man, you do you. That's just not for me. The minute my stuff comes out of the dryer, it's got to be hung up and put away. I've always been like that. All right, this is surface wax. This is going to protect our paint that we added to this before we apply our sticky transfer. Okay? See, Teresa doesn't mind it. And then the boys take care of the dishwasher, the trash. They're responsible for like different zones, like their bathroom, the hallway, backyard, taking the trash down when it's trash day, walking the dog. Like you guys would think I'm just back here like doo-doo-doo. It's kind of nice. Yes, Linda. I need to clean out my refrigerator. Lisa says she just likes to wash blankets and towels. Towels are the easiest. I will take towels out of the dryer immediately. Those are easy peasy. Okay, I do have some paint on my edges. I'm going to take my Mr. Pen marker. Somebody said, hold on, I just saw something. Thanks, Gabby. Hold on. I'd rather do laundry than clean bathrooms. I ain't cleaning no bathroom. No way. No way. Baseboards? Nope. You know, one thing I gifted to myself probably about 3 years ago was somebody to come into my home and clean my house every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. And I refused to let that go. I gifted myself that. And it has been the best gift for myself. Watching me cooking dinner tacos. Oh, Ruth, tacos are my favorite. Okay, so we have waxed our surface. Okay, now we're going to open our transfer and we're going to fuzz it. All right? I have a load of towels just waiting for me right now. You're not good about getting towels done. This is the easiest. All right, let me put that over here. This is called National Anthem, this transfer. It is fairly new. It came out with our Patriotic 2025 collection. I think it was on April 1st. No, mini sale Mondays are every other week now. So not this Monday, but next Monday, the 19th. So then we'll have another one June 2nd. Okay. But yeah, we're moving mini sale Mondays to every 2 weeks. All right, so this transfer, okay, they're reusable, they're silk screen. Anywhere that you see through it is silk screen, okay? This specific one has a ton of silk screen, meaning you can see through it. So I am not going to fuzz this a whole lot because I need the sticky part to be sticky. Whenever you apply lint to the back of your transfer where it's sticky, it reduces the stickiness, okay? Oh, Jeannie, I make my bed every day. Zach, absolutely not. Just throwing it out there, Zach. Tracy, you bought this transfer? Awesome. All right, so I'm going to take this all the way to the bottom. I make my bed every day. The first thing I have to do every single morning is get in the shower. And then I get ready. Like, blow dry my hair, put on my makeup, all of that. And then I put my socks and shoes on. every single day. Every single day. Because it like helps me get going. Helps me stay motivated. All right, I'm trying to decide if I want... No. Okay, guys, sorry. I'm trying to decide. I'll show you here in a second. I was trying to see. So notice how the top corners of this kind of go into the holes. But what I was trying to see if I wanted this line to come below the holes, and the answer was no. Okay. Every 2 weeks, Ruth. So not tonight on the 19th and then June 2nd. I'm sorry, the 19th and then June 2nd and every 2 weeks after that. Okay. Every 2 weeks. We changed it up. All right, I'm just making sure that this is lined up. So I'm kind of working with the corners here. And then I'm going to press it down. Make sure that there are no air bubbles. If you have air bubbles, just lift up the closest corner or edge. And then we're just going to lay it back down. Okay? Socks and shoes are a must. Better believe it. I even make my kids, which Jackson's not the greatest at it. You know, he has a hard time listening. Like on the weekends, Dylan, like clockwork, I made a rule. And again, Jackson sometimes does it, sometimes does not. I made them get up and get in the shower and get dressed for the day. Now, it doesn't have to be anything fancy, like put on some gym shorts or whatever. But I truly think they feel better. It's like they're ready for the day. I don't know, just my opinion. Like if I was to lounge around in like clothes before even getting in the shower in the morning, I would be like worthless. All right, enough of that. Enough of that. So we're going to do Colonial Blue right here. Coffee after shower, yes. Okay, Colonial Blue is almost empty. But what we're going to do is I'm going to grab that multi-tool and this. This is a stir stick that I'm going to use. Okay. Stir stick right here. And I did spray a little bit of distilled water in my jar. I don't know the last time I used this. It doesn't look like the paste is dry, but I am kind of like moving it around, like getting it off the edges and bringing it into like the center of the jar and just making sure it's the right consistency. Yogurt, sour cream, like creamy. Okay. And then we're going to put all of this just right here on the top. Okay. So I'm actually just going to go like so. We're going to grab a small squeegee. And we're just going to put this all over the top. And then we're going to do the national anthem in different colors. So this squeegee is helping me push my paste through the screen and land on the surface. Okay. And get all of my excess off, because all of that excess that you have sitting on your transfer, for one, you don't want to leave it there because it could create lines, but two, you can just slide it back into your jar. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to lift this section up. We're releasing the paste from the screen. We don't want it to sit inside the screen. So we need to release it. Okay, that means that it's going to, stay on the board. If we left it in the screen without peeling it up, it would dry inside that screen. Okay, some would stay on the surface, some wouldn't. All right, and then if I lifted up any of this top line here, I would just need to push that down, make sure I don't have any air bubbles. Okay, now what we're going to do is I think I'm going to work, yeah, we'll just go left to right. So right here, okay? So this is going to be, hello Jen, black, I think is what we're going to do. Black. So what I recommend, let me put this away. I've already got, colonial blue is done. Okay. Such a pretty, pretty blue. Close the lid. And we're going to take black velvet. I personally have 2 multi-tools, okay? And we're going to open up our cherry. Oh, that cherry is not open. Are we out? No, we're not out. I don't know why that's in there. All right, here we go. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take the multi-tool. This is the tool I'm using. And I'm going to just put the black over this top line. I have more control over this with this tool. Plus, it fits perfectly in these little horizontal lines. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just make sure that we pick up the excess. And I'm going to lay this over here. And we're going to go ahead and lift this up and release that paste. Right? And then we'll lay it back down. All right. Then I'm going to grab the other one. Now this section is a little bit bigger, I guess. I don't know if you consider it bigger, but I'm going to see what a mini squeegee does. Yeah, it's perfect. Mini squeegee is perfect for this. Because basically we're filling in that long rectangle. It's going to be pretty. And I just combined the colors, y'all. I got going a little too fast. It's fun. All right, I think I got it. Lift, lay it back down. Okay. All right, let me go back over here. Oh, that's awesome, LaVon. Congratulations. Cherry ink would be awesome, huh? All right, here we go with black. Make sure I don't dip it in the cherry. I don't want to get too much on my squeegee, because then it will come off the sides. All right, row number 3. Okay. There we have it. Press down. Mini squeegee. Now I'm going to wipe off the black they got on here. You go for it, Tracy. Correct, Laura. Mini Sale Monday. We've been talking about it for a while. That is moved to every 2 weeks. So the next one will be on the 19th. So now we're going with cherry. I gotta concentrate, y'all. Try not to drag that black down from the row above it. Okay, lift and let it fall back down. And here we go with the black. You know, I don't know if the tape is necessary, honestly. Sometimes I just rush. I think you'll be okay. Just take your time. Alrighty. All right, let's swipe that side. Mini squeegee. It will save you money. I know, right? So that you can shop big the next week. I've already started painting items for the next week's sale. It'll be great. I love painting them for y'all so that you have a visual. All right, I've got black paste right here, really, really close to the top of this section. Gotta be careful. See, it can be done. Okay. All right, let's lift, lay back down, press, grab the next color. My Mother's Day was fantastic. Dinner was amazing. It was so good. All right, there's that. I know, me too. It's gonna be pretty. All right, lift. There we go. Let it fall back into place. Now what I'm going to do over here where I got that black in there, I'm going to try go over it with cherry. Okay, it worked. All right, here we go. We have 3 of each to go. All right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. Slow and steady. Jackson's going to be so bummed when he gets home because we got a call today. His private catching lesson was canceled for this week. He's going to be very bummed because they have that tournament this weekend. So I got to figure out how I'm going to handle that situation. Maybe I'll just say, go see your dad. All right, release the paste. Lay down, grab the black. And my boys are out of school officially come next Friday, y'all. They're going to be 7th graders. What on earth is happening? Time is flying. All right, done. Done. So here we go. Peel it up again. Let it fall. And here we go. This is extremely messy. Let me grab another one. Bottom half and all red. I like the way you were doing it. Oh, well, thank you. Yes, it is. I mean, it's about the right time. They get out of school about this time every year. But we got to start looking for summer camps. Because they ain't sitting around here all summer. Dylan wants to do an sculpturing camp. Like for art. Like, I don't even know that we're going to find one like that. I know they're going to do some sports camps. All right, that one's done. I'm going to lift from this side. Lay it back down. 3 more rows, y'all. And then I think I'm going to make a bow to hang in the corner. In fact, let me turn on my glue gun. All right. Well, I got this black way too close. Okay, we're going to be careful right there. All right, here we go. Last row of cherry. This is taking a lot of concentration. Ooh, y'all, I saved that. It almost turned to black. All right. It's okay, Patty. This is the 12 by 18 shiplap surface that's on Etsy. It is 25% off until midnight. I love this surface because it fits all of our size C transfers. Just stuck my finger in that paste. And it's got hangers. Now you can, or holes, you can get it without holes if you don't want it with holes. Thanks to Miss Lavon, she suggested that. Oh boy. Really close to the red. All right, friends. We did it. All right. Whoa, that almost fell over. And it did. Holy cow. Emergency, emergency. Good thing I saved my project. So, because I've been painting today, I have this cup in here. And it's got all kinds of water in it. But I moved my surface just in time, y'all. So don't do what I just did. Knock your cup over. It'll be just fine. All right, save that. Let's close this up. Yeah, comment the word anthem. I'm not done yet. I just gotta clean up my spill. And then I'm gonna see. Ta-da! It's all done. I'm gonna peel this off. And then I'm going to use one of my dish drying mats. I'm going to put it over here for a second. Hold on, guys. So this is the bigger one. And I'm going to spray this. Now, I recommend you at home, you just take this to your sink or your bathtub and let it run underwater for a second. And then take a board eraser to it. So I'm going to just spray this. Okay, and then I'm going to take a wipe. I think that's what I'm going to do. I know, Bounty to the rescue. I need to own stock in paper towels. I use so many of them. So the wipe is just going to help me get majority of it off. Because, you know, you got to think about it. All this up here at the top has been sitting on this transfer for a little bit while we worked our way down. Yuck. So I'm just going to use the wipe. It's going to be a lot easier. Okay, that one's out. Awesome. Oh, look, I have another one. Do y'all buy water bottles at home, or do you have one of those little water things, machines, stations? Okay, so I'm going to spray it again. And I'm going to grab 2 more wipes. And I'm going to focus up here. And try and get that paste off the outside of those rectangle sections by going back and forth really fast. I'm not pulling the silk screen. Okay, just like that. And then the rest we're going to do is, we're going to use the board eraser to get it off. Okay, so I'm going to spray it again. And then I'm going to take what we call a board eraser. I'm going to spray it pretty well. And then I'm going to take it over the entire thing. And get the rest of that paste out of the screen and off my transfer. Okay, just like so. See? Then I'm going to take a paper towel and wipe off all of that dirty water. Okay? Then we're going to flip it over and we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're not using the wipe because the paste does go through the screen. Not as much, obviously, as it does where it sits on the non-sticky side. But see how it's coming off? So it does collect on the sticky side. Just like that. Okay. World of difference. You have a water dispenser. Do you like it? This is just a dish drying mat, Miss Bridget. I don't know if I'll convince Zach to get like a little water thingy. I mean, part of me says we need to do that because a lot of times we have a bunch of finished, not drank water bottles that just sit there. And I typically just take them over to Kira's water bowl station and let them fill up her water bowl. All right, so let's put the backer on because you can reuse these over and over. But let me wipe off my hands. They're a mess. I don't know. I don't know how much the water cooler thingies cost. It would be more cost effective to do that or keep buying the water bottles. Okay, so let me show you the easiest way to put this back on. Our backer sheets, this is what this is called. You have a white side and you have like a yellowish side. You're going to roll this up to where your white side is basically facing out. Okay? Then you're going to lay it down, corner, corner, edge. Put your finger and your thumb on it, and you're going to let it just fall. Now, mine is crooked. Okay? So I'm going to do it again. Let's try that again. Roll it up. White side facing out. Line up the corners. Line up the edges. Let it fall. You press down. You do not want to put this in the little plastic sleeve if it's not smooth. Okay? And then I just take my little plastic sleeve. I open up this little sticky flap. I fold it inside. Let it stick to the inside. Okay? Turn it to where there's nothing on. This side is clear. This side has instructions on how to use the product. And it also has the name of your transfer. Okay? But then I just work my way with the transfer into the plastic sleeve. Flip it over. I'm going to pull out that sticky flap. And then fold it over and press down. Okay? But yes, the name of your transfer is right here above the little SKU line or the barcode. But you also have the name of your transfer down here. Sometimes it's on the side. But there's our transfer. Yes, you may think like, oh my gosh, that looks terrible. It doesn't look like brand new. Correct. It just stained it. It did remove all the paste out of the silk screen. It just stained it. Okay, so that's how we store our transfers. Now, let me grab the surface. Check it out. I love this so very much. So what I'm going to do is make sure it's dry before we make our bow. And I need to figure out what I'm going to hang it with. And I don't know yet. All right. Next step. I'm going to grab the ribbon. I have 2 rolls of ribbon, and I thought this would look really good with these colors. So I'm going to just take off this clear piece. And cut that off. Same for this one. cut this off. This stuff is really cute. Y'all, I have so much patriotic ribbon. It is disgusting. So look at that. Isn't that cute? Look how stinking cute that is. Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to cut. Let's cut 7-inch. I'm going to do 3 of each. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll cut the other pattern. All right, put my push pin in there. Let's do 7 inches of this times 3. I don't want too big of a bow because I don't want it to take away from the stars at the top, but I want something. Now I gotta figure out what to hang it with. Sometimes, y'all, I cannot get these push pins in this ribbon. Through it, basically. There we go. Probably because that one had paint on it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is take and dovetail them. I don't think my boys are home. Let's dovetail the ends. I like to fold down, cut up, maybe my boys will come say hey. Brick rack, yes, it does. All right, let's do this. Okay, so there's that. Let's go that way. Let's go that way. And let's go straight across. Okay, now, let's see if I have enough of this. This is from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to tie a knot. Lots of commotion in the kitchen, y'all. Okay, we're going to pull that through. And then we're going to tie it, creating like a stopper, basically. I don't like long hangers, so pull it tight, make them even. Looks good. Oh, I love this, y'all. Then I'm going to take some twine, grab my little ribbon here, or my bow, tie it in the middle. I thought my boys for sure would come in and say hi to you, but they're too busy trying to get a snack. They're always starving when they get home. Imagine that. All right, let's do another. Another knot. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this extra twine, pretty sure, to hang it on the rope. Or I could, do I want to glue it on there? Let me see. Let me see. Let's tie it. Yeah, I like it tied on there. Okay, and I'm going to cut off my excess here. And I think we're done. So now we have a cute little fancy bow to go with our national anthem. Y'all check it out. How stinking cute is this? I think it's precious. Now, maybe you're the type you want it in the center. You know, you can move the bow however you like. I like it right there. So comment the word anthem. This is the national anthem, A-N-T-H-E-M. This surface is our 12 by 18 shiplap. There are shiplap lines. It's hard to see. But it is 25% off until midnight. Comes to like $13 and some change. Fits every size C that we offer. But y'all comment the word anthem and go check your messenger, all right? Thanks so much, friends, for hanging out with me. Have a great day. Bye-bye.